everyone. Sean Ellis here. I'm filling in for Ms. Gwen Johns tonight for All Access Network Television. And I am here to introduce your host of tonight's show, Mr. Len Dorman.
Hey. How's it going?
Doing good.
She didn't give you my intro, huh?
It's corrupted. It won't play. So she's going to have to do something with it. StreamYard's having some issues.
Apparently so. Wow. Okay. We'll just go on without it for right now. I need to do some repairs to it anyway. So we'll worry about that tomorrow night.
Okay.
I'll see if I can, maybe what I can do is I'll go ahead and fix it the way it needs to be fixed. And I'll just put it down here below and have it all hooked up for tomorrow night.
Sounds like a game plan.
You're probably wondering what the hell have you got into for the next 2 nights?
No, we'll find out.
You're going to be staring at my pretty face for some of tomorrow night's show.
Yeah.
And definitely all of tonight's show, because I am the guest.
You are.
And we are going to talk about NOLA. If you don't know what NOLA is, New Orleans, Louisiana. NOLA. NOLA. Or as they say down in New Orleans. But that's usually exaggeration. The natives don't really say that. They kind of say New Orleans without breaking it off quite so short.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've hung around down there a lot. I went 4 times back in the 80s, and I've gone 4 times since I've been living down here in Arkansas. Introduced Gail, my wife, to the city, and she absolutely fell in love with it. So the fact that I like to go down there and do some ghost hunting is fine with her. She is perfectly happy staying at the hotel. as long as it was not like she put up with it, but she got quite a shock staying at the Andrew Jackson for 2 nights because she was binge watching Game of Thrones. She had the spirit from that room 110, by the way, for everyone, watching the Game of Thrones with her.
It's interesting.
So while I was out ghost hunting, she was entertaining one. So hopefully we'll show that a little bit later in a video. But tonight is all about New Orleans, one of my most favorite cities. It's almost a second home to me. Gail and I both love it. There's some places we haven't gone to yet that we do want to hit. There's a big across the river from the city is the old battlefield, and they have a big museum over there. Gail can't be walking around. She can't walk around on grass. She's allergic. And of course, being a roller walker, what we call a rollator, she's not going to walk a battlefield. Sorry, that's out.
Right.
But there is a big, nice museum. She can go in there, and she loves museums.
Well, that's cool.
So before we got married, she was on the honor society in high school and college, and at one point they had a field trip to the Smithsonian in Washington, and she went over several museums there in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how she is. She loves museums. Obviously, she likes education too, being an honor society in probably the top high school in Chicago, and then at one of the top universities on the planet, University of Chicago, which is an Ivy League without the Ivy. University of Chicago is right up there with Harvard and Yale as far as educations go, and is where the Obamas went to school and also taught. So plus is also where they come up with the first working nuclear reactor.
That's cool.
Yes. Unfortunately, they did it in the basement of the building that was served later as her dorm.
Wow.
And they took pile 1 and pile 2 after several years of experimenting that they're in at the University of Chicago, took them to south of Chicago and buried them in the woods, where they've got signs posted around there: "Do not dig here. Do not drink any water you find here. Do not eat any of the plants you find here," because the piles are buried not that horribly deep under the woods south of Chicago. That's where the first 2 nuclear piles that were actually worked nuclear piles are today.
Wow.
And the area Geiger counter will go nuts. And you're not supposed to walk through it. You can walk through the area, but they don't advise you carrying very long. If you know what's under your feet, you don't want to be there.
Right.
And,
definitely, for sure.
And so she is still surprised to this day that she doesn't glow in the dark. Did test out that theory. Put her in a dark room and see if she glows. She doesn't.
Damn, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool, especially when she didn't have a top on. You know, the boobies got great big glowing lights on them.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But wait a minute, we're live, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Anyway, we are going to talk about New Orleans tonight, and I'm going to start off. Now, during the video, I'm going to have my head turned because what I'm going to read is behind me. It's not on this computer. I thought it would move to this computer because I've got it on one of my bars, but that didn't go. You know how technology is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All righty.
So we are going to play the John Lafitte.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and read a little bit of this.
Okay.
In the background, if you don't mind seeing the back of my head. Of course, we're talking about John Lafitte's bar, and it used to be, of course, the site of John Lafitte's illicit privateer operation. As far as paranormal activity, John Lafitte is there, has been there. He ran a smuggling business from the blacksmith shop, died in 1823 after being fatally wounded in battle. Okay. But he is still around there, and it's right here in print. Usually a full-body apparition in period clothing is reported hanging around the fireplace. And in this video I'm about to show, I will show the fireplace. And we'll talk about that fireplace. I want to get some of y'all with this network at a table, and you'll see the table at this fireplace in this bar, because I have seen a partial apparition of John Lafitte right there at that fireplace in that bar, sitting at that table.
Cool.
And I want to go in and run EchoVox on headsets like this, so we're not disturbing everybody else. They just think we're talking on the phone, and do an EchoVox session right there. I'll be showing pictures of John Lafitte. It's another spirit there is an unknown female, and she likes to go upstairs where the office is to the bar. The people who have to do the paperwork go upstairs, the managers and supervisors. They just become used to it. There's always something going on, dropping, moving around, shuffling around in the office. Now, most people are not allowed to go up there and do any ghost hunting. A couple of people that have picked up sounds, footsteps, maybe a little bit of a voice or two from an unknown female. Don't know her name. I would love to go in there enough times where I got her name. I got the name of the one behind the voodoo shop. His name is Michael. We'll be talking about him later. But I would love to find the name of this one. Also, there may be a darker spirit in Lafitte's because it's known to see red eyes from the darkness, from a wall, ceiling, sometimes floating over the head of the employees.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And by the way, if you come down here and if we go, Gail is going to go with us because we can get from our hotel, whatever hotel we're staying at, to there. It's not the French Quarter is not that big, fairly easy, but we'll need Gail to herd cats, depending on how many of us there is, to get us back in the cab or however we got there and get us back to the hotel. Because if we have 2 purple drinks, you notice I didn't say drink, I said drank. And that's how they advertise it, a drink.
Yeah.
We're not going to know where we are. There's several doors that go in and out of the place. You have about 3 purple drinks, and you're probably going to fall out one of the doors. Or if the piano bar is open and the guy is back there playing on his piano, you'll be back there singing, even though you're like me and can't carry a tune in a bucket. You'll be back there singing your lungs out. Also, the hurricanes, I personally don't care for the hurricanes. I like hurricanes from other bars.
Yeah.
But some people do like their hurricanes at John Lafitte's. They are very, very potent. A couple of those, and you don't know where you are. That's a very interesting place. The person said they grabbed a few drinks at the Lafitte's. You don't grab a few. The best thing to do is just go in there and drink you 1 hurricane and one purple drink. I'll describe a purple drink to you. Basically, we've all been in 7-Elevens. We may not speak the language that's spoken in the 7-Eleven, but we've been in there trying to communicate with the cashier. Now, come in and say, this is what I want right here. How much is this? Oh, then he's trying to think in American dollars. But anyway, and that's about 7-Eleven adventures. You've been in getting ices at a 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm. They have one of the near identical machines, a couple of them, behind the bar. Then you see this purple icy looking machine there.
Mm-hmm.
And they draw it out just like an icy. But where an icy, a grape icy, has great flavor, ice, and syrup in it.
Mm-hmm.
This has syrup. This has ice. But quite a bit of rum is poured in that machine.
Sounds good to me.
And it's heavily grape flavor, very extremely sweet. I think they dump some more sugar in there. Rum usually interacts with sugar because it's kind of made from sugar, fermented from sugar.
Okay.
And a couple of you drink a couple of them, you're just sitting there, you're fine until you stand up and go to the restroom. Then people will tell you the restroom's that way, and you're walking that way. Or you could be staggering these ways. That's a drink that you got to handle with care. Now, about John Lafitte, I get a little bit about him a little bit later on the video. Sometimes seen as a mist. This is what I saw.
Ready?
Partial apparition that looked like something was trying to come through the kind of humidity in the bar. We are talking, we're maybe 2 feet above sea level at this point. French Quarter is one of the higher places down there, and it is 2 to 3 feet above sea level at the high points. The feet's maybe foot and a half, maybe 2 feet above sea level. So naturally, it's humid as hell down there. You're surrounded by water. You got the river, you got the bend in the river. You've got Lane Pontchartrain, and not too far away, you got the Gulf. So you've got a tremendous amount of water. Plus, you've got bayous cutting across the city. So it's if you don't like heat, you don't like humidity, if you go down there, you're gonna be stuck in a hotel. Pick you a hotel that's haunted, and you at least do some ghost hunting before you go to sleep.
Right.
And most of the hotels are haunted. Most of them have the ghost stories. I can't tell those because I don't have enough time. We'll be here till 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning explaining all the ghosts in New Orleans. New Orleans, the way I had it explained to me, is a crossroads. A lot of spirits from a lot of different areas, when they're first die and they're moving, they go to New Orleans as a crossroads, stay there for a little bit, and move on. It became known for that because so many people died there. That's why it's one of the most haunted cities in the Americas, because it's one of the oldest cities in the Americas, and so many people died there from diseases, what have you, because of the local swamps. Mm-hmm. And a lot of New Orleans is built on drained swampland. The second floor ghost, the lady, nobody knows who she is. I'd love to figure that out, like I did on Bachelor's Grove. It may be a theory is that she killed herself upstairs. Now, in Bachelor's Grove, it was the lady whose firstborn child is buried in Bachelor's Grove. That's why she was there.
Right.
Because she was going to want to take care of her firstborn child. So there's nobody buried there, or that she would want to go see. And it's hard to think that after this many years, a waitress that worked there or a supervisor, somebody who did some kind of work there, would be there still. So it's probably somebody, a suicide, or it could be a murder. You don't know what's going on here. I would love to find out. God, I'd love to go in there for stay down in New Orleans for about 2-3 weeks and go in there every evening and investigate this place. She's only shown herself a few occasions. She's very talkative. That's where I'd love to go in there with an echo box or a ghost box and get some interaction going with her. She's talkative. Let's sit down and talk. I'm game. Theory is she probably just wants to let you know she's there. That she knows who you are, not realize, but she has probably made a few people have a panic attack. Some of the employees have. Well, you can imagine. You go in, you're tired. You've got to do the book counting. You got to count drinks and all that stuff at the end of your shift, and you're concentrating on what you're doing. You can imagine what it would be like having a ghost suddenly appear in front of you and say something.
Yeah,
that would be a bit disturbing. It tends to scare give you one hell of a start anyway. Even if you're not afraid of ghosts, and one appearing in front of you give you a good start.
When would you like me to play this video there, Len?
When?
Yeah.
Right after this.
All righty.
The red eyes, like I said, appears out of corners, dark places, and sometimes floating above employees, which is a little bit unnerving, especially if you've had 2 or 3 purple drinks and you're looking at the waitress or the bartender and they have red glowing eyes floating over their heads.
Wow.
Just a wee bit unnerving.
That'd be different.
Yes. And that is what John Lafitte's is. Now, go ahead and roll the John Lafitte video.
Here we go.
This is kind of a graving. Here's the outside of it. Again, the outside of it, you see the locals. This is kind of a local bar. That's a sign out front. Thought that was pretty. There's actually a hanging sign. It is a piano bar. They do also have a outside porch. Here's a drawing of it. Somebody did decades ago. And another picture was with some people with purple drink or a hurricane. Here's what you usually do after about 2 purple drinks or hurricanes. There, stop. Can you stop? Pause it right there.
Oop.
Whoops. Back it up just a little bit. Right there.
Oh, it won't stop. Hang on.
There you go.
There you go.
That is a fireplace.
Oh. Back up.
Okay, let it go ahead and run forward a little bit. And that's what you end up doing after about 3 or 4 purple drinks. You end up sitting outside, mulling at your hands. There's a picture of John Lafitte. Here's another picture of John Lafitte. This is what he looked like. Right there. Can you pause it there?
Yeah, there you go.
This is John Lafitte. And you notice Andrew Jackson to his left. It's unsubstantiated, but it's thought that right there in that fireplace that you saw a few minutes ago, saw a picture of, that John Lafitte, during the War of 1812, which occurred in 1812, by the way, for those of you who don't know, in 1814, the war was continuing, and actually where they were in Paris and had negotiated a peace, the French had. But of course, being what it was, under sail and no communications, nobody in the United States knew it, so they were still fighting. John Lafitte went to the British and proposed that they were there patrolling the area trying to blockade shipping. He proposed to them that they could come up on the other side of the river without sneaking up through the bayous and areas in the Mississippi and come up and would be sitting there right at the city of New Orleans before anybody knew they were there.
Mm.
And could take over the city almost without firing a shot.
Wow.
That they came in there with a little bit of stealth, especially if they came in the evening time, and didn't beat the drums like they were always accustomed to. Just kind of go in there sneaky, and they could take over the city. And if they took over the city, they would rule the Mississippi and would stop all trade. There, right there is the fireplace I'm talking to. Right there where we're looking, that's the great table to do paranormal investigating on. If you go in there, that's where I saw the partial apparition, right there under that painting. They're hanging on the fireplace. See, it's open on both sides. You can see right through it to the other side.
Right.
He has appeared on both sides of that fireplace because John Lafitte portrayed the British and went and met the Americans in New Orleans and told them of his plan that the British had agreed to. They had agreed to his attack plan and were planning on attacking the city. John Lafitte told the American soldiers in New Orleans of the situation, everything that was planned, everything the British were doing, and they got hold of Andrew Jackson, and through the swamp, he knew he had to get there fast. They drug cannons for miles through New Orleans swampland. First through the mud and dirt getting down south. And then when they got close to New Orleans, there's two pictures of the fireplace there. There's a close-up. And there's the purple drink and the hurricane. But he told them that they got hold of Andrew Jackson. He came down and he had the Battle of New Orleans. And that's why it was such a rout. These are the purple drinks and the hurricanes. Hurricanes in the black cup. There's a fireplace on the bar side. There's the piano bar. Where after several drinks, you'll be back there howling, and singing along. It's good old blues music. If they got a good piano player, it is a fabulous place to be. And there is how he kind of looks when he appears, and another view of the fireplace. Now, if you stop it right there, this is a little picture that I made to end the video with the warning: beware of too many purple drinks and/or hurricanes, where you may end up spending your afterlife hanging around the famous fireplace with pirate John Lafitte. And you can see him a little bit to the right there.
Yeah,
that's what I call the bar side of the fireplace. You saw the main club section,
right.
the piano bar section. But this is the bar side. This is usually a little bit too busy to do any real investigating, because a lot of people like to sit at that table right there. I don't know how many of them really believe that they may be sitting at a table with John Lafitte.
True.
Because he definitely hangs around that fireplace. It's a fabulous place to have a paranormal interaction with, along with very historic figure John Lafitte, who made a name for himself when he moved out to Galveston, Texas. And he had a home out there. He supposedly has some buried treasure somewhere out there that may have got messed up from that great hurricane they had.
Right.
It may have gotten washed out to sea. So it's unknown exactly where that treasure is, but do know that John Lafitte, he retired to Galveston with money. And there's several plaques to him out there in Galveston. But that's his bar. And by the way, there also is across the street the John Lafitte Hotel. And it's also got a nice classy bar. Yeah. On the staircase going upstairs it is said to have a woman who walks up and down the stairs, sometimes crying, sometimes moaning. And that goes back in history about 100 years, to where a couple there, I think they were related to the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Their daughter got sick and died, like so many kids did 100 years ago. That happened. Right. You normally lost half your kids.
Right.
Before they got to be 20. You usually had lost half of them.
Right.
The daughter died in a room upstairs. The mother locked herself in that room, and in 3 days, not having anything to drink or eat, she died in the same room.
That's crazy.
So you a lot of times we'll see the two of them, one or the other, on the staircase in the John Lafitte Hotel. Now, if there are people wondering, there is a small older elevator that can get you to the second floor. It's got some magnificent views of the quarter in that hotel. Some absolutely stunning rooms. So that's a great place to stay. Right. And also, if you're just a tourist in the area, they don't allow you upstairs because of the guest, but you will be free to go to the bar. And during the daytime, they'll usually, if they've got time, will give you a small tour of the place.
That's cool. Len, I know Gwen wanted us to run an ad about halfway through the show, so I'm going to run that real quick, and then we'll get ready for your next little part that you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, let's hit it.
All right, here we go. Definitely go check out that in Salem in 2025. A lot of cool people will be there.
I could barely hear you.
I said go definitely check out the Salem Paracon when it comes up. It will definitely be worth seeing. There's a lot of great people will be there.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Are we ready to continue?
Yes, sir. What would you like to do next?
All right. The Andrew Jackson Hotel.
All right.
Now, I have the short video is photos, and then we'll go into a quick video.
All righty.
The Andrew Jackson has several spirits that roam around it. I've investigated it on a couple different times, and once for a 2-night investigation. There is a haunted closet. You'll see me refer to that. 208, which is above the haunted closet, is a very haunted room, and they say it is an evil spirit. I'd say it's either just leaning bad or maybe just is playful. They will play with the lights. You'll have lights going up and down in dimness and brightness. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll switch off entirely. Sometimes you will see things running around the room and there's nothing there. Either shadows moving or something that kind of is glowing in the dark, or something, I call them light anomalies, where something that's lit is running around the floor or running around the ceiling. And that's 208. Now, the room right next to it is room 110. And I spent 2 nights in that room. And it has its own resident ghost. So this is the back building, kind of behind the main hotel. I believe it used to be either horse quarters or servant quarters, slave quarters. It was probably used for all the above when it was used for other purposes. All right, let's go ahead and roll the Andrew Jackson Hotel video.
All righty, here we go, sir.
And go ahead and take down, I can take it down, the Lafitte. This is the outside of the hotel. There was an orphanage at this place before the hotel was built here. Sometimes there are kids running around. There's Andrew Jackson, even though he was never at this hotel. So there's some talk about him being the spirit in 208. Why would he be there? By the way, the famous Cornstalk Hotel is right next door. This is their front gate. The question, is it haunted? I'll let everybody else decide. You go there. You'll figure it out. Here's a little kind of a drawing, painting of the outside. You can see the Cornstalk Hotel next door. Kind of close up to the front door. It shows a lot of the hotel here. Sign out front. It's just a beautiful hotel. It's one of the more expensive stays, and their beds are a little soft for my palate, but Gail and I almost like to sleep on stone. Here is the lobby. That's the front desk you see with the fireplace in the front of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There are spirits that are known to walk up and down that staircase. This is the lobby, and like I said, the front desk. This is what you're looking at. You stay in room 101, you open the ladder to the front desk. But see just how beautiful this place is. Here is walking out the back door out of the lobby into the court. And now the thing about this view, right here, there's a room where in front of the cannon here, with it goes up into a room. There's a couple steps go into the room. That room, somebody died in. This is room 110. The left will go. This is standing at the foyer.
You're breaking up,
right
Len.
picture shows the foyer, room 110. You got to go through the foyer to get to either door. The upstairs part you see is room 208. There's room 208 marked here to the left and room 110 to the right. And that's why this particular building in the hotel is extremely haunted. Oh, the murderer, suicide, there's the inside of room 110. They know somebody was killed there. They don't know if it was suicide or murder.
Wow.
I know somebody was investigating it with me who got a loud growl in that room. So whatever it is in that room, people have trouble staying there. People have trouble staying in 110 and 208. They hardly even lease out unless you insist on having it. Now, if you want to investigate all night long, get 208. If you want to sleep, don't get it.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Some of the hallways, these pictures would not rotate. Some of the rooms. I said the bed's a little squishy. Stairwells for some of the spirits are known to walk around at night. Here's one of the more haunted rooms upstairs immediately upstairs of the one where the person died. I spent quite a bit of time investigating here and picked up several voices. Also, I was never alone.
Right. Looks like an interesting place.
Even though in theory I was alone here for quite a while. Also, for a short time, I had somebody investigating with me. I believe you'll see her in the upcoming photograph. You see, some of these photos were taken with light and some were not. These need to be studied because it's hard to explain what all the shadows are. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but if you see something or feel something, these photos are side by side because one was taken with a little bit of light, the other one was not.
Well, that lamp there in the middle kind of throws you off thinking there's something in one of them, but it's the lamp.
This is the guy right here to the right of both these photographs that got the growl. He was actually on the Ghost Adventures crew and came there for the investigation and hung around me because he wanted to get a real investigation under his belt and not something made for TV. This is the young lady I was investigating with. What that is in the center, I have no clue. That's just walled. What that is there, I don't know. It almost said something was shiny, but there was nothing on that wall that was shiny.
Mm-hmm.
This is some of the courtyard. I said a stunningly beautiful place. You want to get the feel of the French Quarter, stay in a French Quarter hotel. Don't go to Days Inn or any of the other places, go to one of the Andrew Jackson or any of the other small hotels that are in old mansions in the quarter. This is more toward the main part of the hotel here. The room on the left on both photographs is where the lady was killed. First door on the left. This is outside of 110. The spirits that hang around 110 likes to hang around the inside of this window. I was investigating there to see why I was getting such a high EMF reading with both the K2 and a Mel. Now I thought maybe some electricity was outside, but I got no readings outside that window. I was trying to debunk and was unsuccessful in the debunking. Because that's the first thing I try to do. If I'm getting EMF readings, there's got to be something somewhere causing it, and I couldn't figure it out. I even put it next to the light, the chandeliers in the room, and all plugs, and got 0 readings on both the Mel and the K2. But in a chair in the room, that's where I got the readings. So I got hits on a K2, a Mel, and then got voices over an Echo Box. Sitting in the same chair. In room 110. Saying in 208 or 110, if you're trying to get some sleep, don't stay in those rooms. Don't stay in the one where the lady was killed either. But if you want to stay up all night investigating, those are where you want to be. There, that upstairs room where you saw the young lady and where we were investigating, that room was a little bit more expensive because it's a little bit bigger and nicer. Although 110 is a plenty roomy room, it's away from it. Since it kind of sits by itself, it's more susceptible to whatever the weather is outside. Your air conditioner is going to run a little bit harder, or you heat in the winter. But you can kind of see through these photos what some of the inside of the hotel looks like. And yes, that's my black hat sitting on the bed. That's a feather I got from Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, a gift of a shaman who happened to have died about 400 years ago.
Wow.
Some of the people I was with and some of the equipment I was using. Had an interesting group of people with me.
Had quite a bit of equipment too.
And yes, that light is a full spectrum light. It's got IR and UV. It's actually my own design. Here's one of the larger rooms. That was actually the young lady was on this couch. And a couple other views of that room.
I think that's the end of that video there.
Yeah, is it haunted? Stay there. I dare you.
Definitely go check that out if you get there.
And that's what I had to say about the Andrew Jackson. If you want to know what's haunted, check in room 208. When you're sitting there in the middle of the night and the lights start going on and off. Or you're trying to watch TV and the TV goes on and off. The overhead light goes dim, comes back on bright. Also, they cause roaches to come out. This is a hotel. It's usually scoured for roaches. They've had pest people come out and try to take care of it, and you don't see them anywhere in the hotel but 208. They will come out and be crawling around.
Wow.
In that one room only. Down below is the haunted closet. And you will be contacted by several different spirits at that closet in that location. By the way, New Orleans Paranormal Society, you can look them up on the internet, do tours most nights to the Andrew Jackson, and they will put you in that closet right below the room 208, and you don't know who you're going to contact. There's a couple of residential spirits that will contact you. You will hear voices. Sometimes, like when I was there last time, I got an old friend of mine that followed me there and contacted some of the other people on the tour. So you don't know what you're going to get when you walk in that closet. But they'll put you in that closet with a K2 or a male, and you sit there and by yourself behind a closed door, and you will be contacted.
Wow.
It will scare the hell out of you is what it'll do. That's in the haunted closet under 208. All right, what I'd like to do, go ahead and take this video off, and let's go ahead and play this video. Now, if it gets slow, go ahead and fast forward through it.
All right, ready?
I know we have limited time. Oh, I can fast forward. Let me go ahead and move this a little bit. But you're seeing a little bit of my world here. This is what I do. I put equipment around, just enough light to see where I'm going, and a camera in hand.
Still absolutely.
That's the REM pod antenna sticking up. But one of the more interesting rooms. But I don't really see that much evidence in this video. I said I kind of fast forwarded through it. Let's go ahead and do the next one, 457.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, who are Dave and Zach?
This is the guy who worked with Ghost Adventures. I said he was just a crew person.
Right.
Never got any face down. He was another paranormal investigator. Her and I did investigate several hours together. He was on the skeptic side of investigators.
Yes, she sat down on the bed.
Whether I don't have an issue with that at all. He just wanted to be on a real investigation, and we gave him one.
Looks like he's kind of
You
scared.
still
Just
have not
The
now.
host
explained to me why you're
of the place told him to hang around me since I knew what I was doing, because I'd worked with them before.
Okay, who's making that noise?
Who's in this room? Well, can I have a name?
Ed. It's an echo box. It does echo. That's a reverb feature. That doesn't work. See, that's totally without the reverb. Can you tell me how many spirits are in this room right now? Three. If you're counting humans, you're correct. How many spirits are there in here? 8. You got 8 twice.
7, 4, 12, 10.
I think you've got a lot of them in and out. Do you have anything you want to say to the living? You still haven't told me who made the loud, audible hiss in here a while ago. If you're the one who made the hiss, can you do it again?
I don't know who.
You keep saying Ed. Are you Ed or are you talking to Ed? Why are you attached to this room? Why are you still here?
Now, several times in that video, you heard a woman's voice. One of them was a partial sentence, and you notice the lady in the room never really uttered a word.
Right.
My mouth never moved.
That was definitely kind of interesting. For
Yes.
sure. We
Go
are
ahead.
at the top of the hour, Len. Do you want to play this last one here real quick?
Yeah, I was planning on going maybe an hour 20 or something like that tonight, and then call it quits.
Okay.
We play
So
this
you want me
last video. Yeah, go ahead and play the last video. I'm about done.
The 458 one you want me to play?
458.
Alrighty, here we go.
Turn it on if the answer is yes. Is this Johnny? Do you not want to tell us who you are? get annoyed that we keep asking the same question. Now, Michael Bill brought you chocolate earlier. That was from me as well, so I did keep my promise. I got you chocolate.
Do you like interacting with people, or do you wish we'd all just stay away?
Let me know.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's lots of hearts in the world.
Yep.
If that's you, please turn the meter back off for me. Now, unless you start answering questions, I'm probably just going to turn the meter off, because right now it's just beeping, and you don't know if you're answering their questions or not. And we like this because we can communicate with you. But I need to know that we're actually communicating with you. Are you willing to answer any questions for us tonight? If the answer is yes, please make the meter beep.
By the way, this is the same young lady I was in the Andrew Jackson with. This is a house behind a voodoo shop.
Yep, light come on.
Okay.
Something's touching it.
Can you turn on the light a bit more?
Do you hear them?
What's it?
I said, do you hear them? And it came on.
Oh. Yeah, we never hear them. If that's you, can you turn it back off for me, please? Thank you.
And tell them even the dead are hearing that. You know, it's also.
The main resident spirit here, his name is Michael. He's one I talked about before. He actually died of a drug overdose in Chicago. Unknown whether he did it on purpose, it was an accident, or somebody intentionally gave him an overdose and it was murder.
Wow, that's crazy.
But he was raised in this behind this voodoo shop and lived here for a while.
Hmm.
If you don't like me.
Who knows what he picked up when he was there?
Well, you didn't quite get the question, no.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? If you're confirming that you don't like me, turn the meter off right now.
Ooh.
No, I think that was a confusing thing. I think you should ask it if it
Well, I
likes
think
you.
Johnny finds you very annoying. So,
Oh, wow.
Because I ask the same questions over and over again, and Johnny does not like answering questions. So I'm going to hang out outside since whoever's in here doesn't like me.
Johnny is another spirit that hangs right there. Michael's the main one.
Do we have one of the voice that looks static? Will it talk to it? Is that what it talks to?
Yeah.
You have one of those?
She's got her spirit box here. I don't know if she's
One
supposed to
right
use
there.
it.
I don't know how to use it. Johnny, will you talk to us now that Elena's gone? Thank you. Will you turn off the box? Please? Turn off. Thank you.
He said he was willing to talk, so can you hold it? It is running, so can you hold it steady?
We're going to turn this box on and we can talk through it.
Let me try mine first. Let Elaine work hers, because I'm not that familiar with the video of it.
Is that okay? If so, please. Okay, thank you.
You touch the REM
That.
pot and then lift that up. Just touching both of them.
You're very talented.
Very intelligent. Yes, right, yes, I know. Thank you.
You can turn off the box now. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, do you like people coming over and talking to you? Turn on the box if you like people talking to you.
Do you like it when we leave?
Are you still here, Johnny?
Johnny, if you're here, can you light up one of the lights from the pod?
Thank you.
Doing the meters fine enough.
You can turn that off now, Johnny. Please. Thank you.
Do you live here? Are you just like visiting here? Do you wish we'd go back where we came from?
That's your wife's.
Are you still here with us?
Okay. Can somebody, I can't get out. Can somebody place this on the mantle?
Music.
Place it on the mantle.
Hey, Johnny, will you
I'll
cut
tell you
that
what.
box off, please? Will you turn the box off, please, Johnny?
Is that supposed to make that noise?
It's called feedback.
Stop.
It's okay.
Okay, I need a flashlight or something to keep see where the button is.
What do you need, a flashlight?
Okay.
That camera.
Did you just see a shadow?
No, just my camera will be focused completely perfect and then just go out of focus.
Well, that's what this one just did.
As you notice, we just experienced about 2 or 3
It's just going in and out.
equipment
It's not working
malfunctions.
right. Haven't done that all night.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens quite a lot when you get around certain areas that would drain your battery and stuff.
And you remember where we are. We're in the middle of the French Quarter in the old slave quarters that was built in the 1700s.
Okay, now, we're here. We have a device that you can speak over, and we can hear your voice. Is there anyone here who would like to talk to us? If you want me to say please, I'll say please. Please talk to us. Who is kicking my REM pod over here?
Yeah. You can hear it.
You said me. Can you please identify yourself, please? Can I have your name?
I just put a little come on top of it, just a little bit bottom. Was that you that I just saw, the little orb? Can you do it again?
Okay, you're making the meter beep.
Oop, there you went. I saw you. Thank you. Can you come back through again?
This thing is an echo box. It allows us to speak.
Did you say Ben?
Who is whistling in the echo box?
You also see the temperature there. The temperature was slightly over 85 degrees, almost 86 degrees in that room
Did you shoot across the room?
at night. Welcome to NOLA.
Oops, I just saw it. Thank you.
Is that sound coming over that speaker? I just turned the volume all the way down.
Really? What?
I'm checking the clock.
Okay, this is impossible. I turned the volume all the way down on my device. You hear nothing.
You still hear it?
You don't even hear me talking.
And it's still coming through that sound?
But that whistling is still coming through. Well, there's no volume here. So you can't even hear me over here.
Are you doing that? I know you've made yourself known by seeing across the room. Is this you?
This was between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, so you can see it's still 85 degrees inside. It's close to 3 o'clock in the morning.
The computer, that program, completely off.
Johnny, are you making that noise?
That's not feedback.
I checked the application off. The volume's turned all the way down, and then I turned it completely off. That speaker should be picking up nothing.
Johnny, turn it off. Now. Turn that off now.
Can you turn that off, please?
Whoever it is making the noise, can you turn it off, please?
That is physically impossible because this is Bluetooth, and that speaker is Bluetooth to this computer only. So unless somebody's got and is hijacked that speaker, there's no way that works.
Can you manifest yourself as a light orb again? I saw you going toward the couch earlier. Can you come back across toward the fireplace?
Can you hand me that speaker, see if we can switch it off and cut it back on and see if that stops? Because that, what we're doing is making me very nervous.
I'm stepping on something.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. It's not my speaker.
It's not feedback.
I just turned the speaker off.
What is it? Where's it coming from?
that?
Is it that?
Yes. It's what is it? It's sound.
Quarter.
But I turned that off.
Well, it's got the headphones in it too, right?
Yeah.
So why would
You were getting the headphones were on top of the thing. You're getting feedback.
Okay, gotcha. Oh my goodness.
Whew. Okay, we explain that. Okay. Debunk.
Now we can get it back on.
But we were having an issue there for a little bit, and we figured it out. It was actually debunking. There is more video of being there. I could not find it. It's a short video where Michael was talking, and the tour guide who stepped outside came back in. It was happened after this video, and it was Michael, which is the dominant spirit in that building. And he was talking, interacting with all of us there. And she walked in and said, Michael, I have not heard your voice in a long, long time. How have you been? You don't talk to me anymore. Well, why don't you talk to me? And it came back up. You talk too much.
Oh.
And he was said that to the tour guide. And of course, that got everybody laughing, but that happened soon after this. I just can't find that video. Also shot some more video with more people in the room. I can't use it. I think I may have deleted it.
Oh.
Because you remember the movie where Sharon Stone was in the chair being interviewed?
Mm-hmm.
And she crossed and uncrossed her legs?
Basic Instinct.
Yes. The whole video is Basic Instinct because I was sitting right across from a girl with a very short skirt on that kept doing that.
Gotcha.
It's very distracting when you got a paranormal video and a girl's doing the Basic Instinct moves in front for 10 minutes in front of your camera.
Very true.
All right. I'd like to punch up the two pictures that you saw. The first one first, that one. This is New Orleans Paranormal Society, Voices from Beyond. The two places I've shown you tonight, Andrew Jackson Hotel and behind the Voodoo Shop, you can go experience yourself. Right now, she, the young lady in the photo, is there doing a tour. She's probably at the Voodoo House. Oh no, probably done with the Voodoo House. She was probably on her way or already arrived at the Andrew Jackson to put a few people in the closet. Now, go ahead and put the other one up. Anybody who wants to get the information, blow this up. This is information where you can contact the New Orleans Paranormal Society. And if you're going to New Orleans, you can sit on that couch instead of me and try to contact Michael. You can do that yourself. All the contacts are right here, including the price. And you too, if you're going down to New Orleans, can go to the Andrew Jackson and the Voodoo Shop. Gotcha. The Voodoo Shop is a little bit nerve-wracking. As you just saw, things do happen there. There's voices. You see light anomalies going around. And you don't know what Michael's going to say or do. He's an interesting person. Unlike a lot of spirits who are shy around people, he will interact with people. He's been known to reach out, touch, pull hair. I've seen him sit in somebody's lap. He is an interesting spirit, and you can contact New Orleans Paranormal Society, and you too can be sitting, like I said, right on that couch or in one of those rooms, below 208, and go in that haunted closet that I showed you a tad of in the videos. And you can go there and experience that yourself. Now, they do not lead tours into the Lafitte's shop. You own your own there. But you can go in there and maybe plug in a device or whatever if they're slow.
Right.
And it's a fun place to go to anyway. Drink very slowly. The hurricanes and the purple drinks. I am not kidding. They are potent. Don't go in there and think just because they're kind of sweet, you can guzzle them down. Be macho. You'll be macho, all right. You drink a cup, 2 or 3 of those, trying to be a big man, and you stand up and fall on your face in front of a whole bunch of people in the middle of a bar. That's not being too macho. But that's going to be a show tonight. You contact the Tallies, Chris or Jennifer Talley at New Orleans Paranormal Society. The phone number was on the second photo. You can stop the backtrack with this video and get the phone number there and contact them. Tell them when you're going to be in New Orleans or when you would like to go on their tour. They offer it most nights.
Sounds cool. What do you have in store for the rest of the week, Len?
I do have a show tomorrow night. We will also be talking about NOLA, and that's about all I can say.
Sounds interesting.
I was talking to the guest just a few minutes ago while we were preparing for the show. Mm-hmm. She's got a lot of stuff she wants to say, so I'll be tomorrow night. Tonight was all about me. I was my own guest, and showing a few videos. Tomorrow night, it will be at a special time, 8:00 Eastern, 7:00 Central, and we will have a guest, and they're going to basically take over the show because they've got a lot to say. I'm not even going to have to ask questions, really.
Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I'll be sitting right here for you and helping you out tomorrow night.
Okay. I'm sending you a couple of videos. I sent it to Gwen. She's supposed to load it up for you tomorrow.
Yep. We already got it in I think.
So that'll be set. Don't show it now, but that's for tomorrow night at the very beginning of the show.
All right.
I'll see if tonight that if I can repair my my own show intro and get that to you by tomorrow. If I don't get it to Gwen, what I'll do, I'll load it up below under present, and you can play it from there like you did tonight.
All right. Like I said,
I'd like to say hello to all the people who are watching live. Hi. I also like to say thank you. And I'd like to say hello, and I appreciate you watching and listening to the people who watch this on a recorded basis, either on Facebook or on YouTube or X or any of the other places on my network and the All Access Network TV. All the access they have there, all the places you can watch the show. If you watch it on a recorded basis or later, thank you very much for watching and listening. And I look forward to entertaining you tomorrow night and next week. I have quite a lineup of guests. Let me go ahead and go through these because Litriana is presently bugging me to give a list of everybody. I will be on Mystic Whispers podcast on the 8th. I will be hosting on the 9th Graveside Paranormal. Mystic Whispers will be on my podcast on the 16th. Annie Waters will be my guest on the 23rd.
Annie's cool.
I will also have a guest on for the 30th, and I will be doing a special show. Probably be peeking in on a couple of couple of events people are running on the 31st, which is Hallows Eve. I will have special shows 1st and 2nd as I celebrate the Days of the Dead. So that kind of answers Litriana's question about who I've got. I do not have anybody on the 30th as of yet. We were talking earlier about recording a show that we may show that on the 30th, but we got to get together with a guy from England. There's a 6-hour time difference between that and the East Coast, which means it's a 7-hour time difference from here, from Galway, England. And you have to contact Gwen because she has his contact, and she'll be setting it up when it's convenient to them. As most people know, and as you know very well, I am retired. And as far as recording a show goes, it's when the guest and Gwen can both be there at the same time. We can record a show, and that's probably what we will show the 30th.
Cool. That sounds cool.
And then the special shows on Halloween. I've talked to 2 paranormal groups who have events on Halloween, and we're going to peek in for a little bit on their investigations and their haunted locations. So we'll be showing that on Halloween. And then the Days of the Dead will be all me, and we'll be talking about the Days of the Dead, what's celebrated, what's done on the Days of the Dead. Most people in the United States do not know about the true celebration of the Halloween season, because Halloween is what we usually celebrate here, but that's All Hallows Eve. It's kind of like Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Days of the Dead on the 1st and 2nd is Christmas.
True.
So I'll be doing some studying and tell in detail what people do to celebrate November 1st and 2nd. It's 2 different things, 2 different days. Shows will be short, probably hold it to an hour or so. Halloween, well, no telling how long. I did a 16-hour show last Halloween. So I don't think it'll be that long this year, but it's probably going to be 3 or 4 hours, especially if I'm peeking in on 2 locations that are being investigated.
Right.
So, but the first and 2nd November will probably be hour shows or less.
Sounds cool. Sounds like definitely something to check out.
So that's what's upcoming. You did ask the question.
Well, I wanted your guests and fans to know what was coming up for you.
Well, I appreciate that. And now they know. I've got quite a variety of people come out here in October. This is a prime month for investigating. The veil's a little bit narrower, a little bit thinner, and I plan on taking advantage of it.
Yep.
I'm like you, Annie Walker. Walter is a great person. So we'll be she has had some changes. I don't know if you talked to her lately.
Last time I seen Annie was at Broadhead, and it's been a little while. It's been a few months back.
Yes, things have changed since Broadhead. She's gotten a little bit different position. She now has her own Facebook page, I believe, on things she is doing. So we'll be, when I'll be talking with her, she'll be updating everybody on what she's up to. And basically, I'm going to kind of keep my mouth shut on that show because it's all going to be about her and what she is up to and what she is doing. That should be a very informative show. The others are paranormal groups, and we're talking about what they're doing Halloween and what their groups are all about.
Most definitely. Sounds cool. Sounds like a game plan. So,
and just remember, everybody, the paranormal never sleeps. I try to, but the paranormal is not going to sleep on you. It's up all the time.
It is. It's up 24/7.
Yep. So. And I'd like to say good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night at new special show, special night, special time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. You do not want to miss tomorrow night's show. It will be exciting. I've got an exciting guest. Going to be throwing a lot of information at you, and nobody else has this information.
Looking forward to it, Len. Everybody have a great night.
You have a great night yourself, Sean. Good night, everybody. Do, 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 do.